Welcome back to BTD6 Chimps Mode. This video is coming at you live from the fact of eliteless struggles. So I wanted to make this video because this person on screen here was struggling a little bit with Alpine Run on Chimps Mode, and I wanted to help him out a little bit. So this is a beginner-friendly, no micro, you place the towers and they do their thing, Chimps Mode strategy that you can use for most intermediate and all of the easy maps. In fact, this is how I did all of the beginner and most of the intermediate maps on Chimps Mode, Black Border, everything. So after we get Sada, right, we let her do her thing for a little bit, and then we're gonna get a wizard. We'll place the wizard right about here in this area. But anywhere where the balloons will be there for more than a straight line, like curves, maybe intersections, stuff like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade this wizard from a base wizard all the way up to a 0-2-4 necromancer. Now obviously with the strat you want to go for the wall of fire first, because wall of fire is basically the pinnacle of early game popping power. I'm just gonna get this wall of fire and pop most of the early game balloons with the help of a hero. Now obviously for this strat I recommend Sada. You can use any sort of hero that you can start out with. Now with the money for the necromancer you should get it anywhere from around 30 to 32 if you do this right. Now, you want to position the Necromancer balloons anywhere, really, for this map. I like to put them right here because they'll circle around all the way up, and then they normally stop like right about here-ish, where the wallfire actually starts, so this man can keep his graveyard. And that is the most important thing. That is the only lose condition at this point, is if the graveyard runs out, you're probably screwed. Now, obviously, if you get a little scared by the purple balloons, you shouldn't. Sada can handle all of them, but if you do get a little scared, you can always use Sada's ability. It's not really needed. Again, this is no micro, this is very easy. There's even no ability usage. I use this strat a lot, so I have it pretty down pat here. So the next thing we're going to go for is a Heliopilot here. This is the very next tower that I recommend you get. I'm going to put them right out here-ish. And this is when the no micro part comes into play. We're going to go up all the way to a 302 Helipilot. Now once you have your Helipilot up, you should go for a village in range of, if you can get all three of them in range, go for it. If you can't, just try to get the Helipilot in range, as the Helipilot is definitely the pivotal point of the strategy. And as you just saw, the mob went down without an issue. That's the beauty of the strat. Like, you could just place the stuff down and it'll do its thing. Now with the 220 village down, you want to go for an Alchemist. You want the Alchemist to only be buffing the Helipilot, and that is it. If he buffs anything else, it's not gonna ruin the strat, but it'll definitely take away the reliability of what we're gonna be going for here. So we want to get an Alchemist up to a... This is really personal preference, but because it's only buffing one tower, I'm gonna go with the stronger acid and perishing potions. But if you want to go for the faster throwing, that is perfectly up to you. It makes no difference whatsoever. We're gonna go for this Alchemist right here, and now it's just a waiting game. We wait all the way up till whichever one you want to get first. I normally go for the Apache Dart Ship, because the Apache Dart Ship can just carry you all the way up until the Apache Prime. And then from the Apache Prime, then I go into Pod. But if you want to go for a Pod first, that is entirely your choice. It really doesn't matter with this strategy, because once you get the Helipilot going, especially with this combo here, he'll carry most things by himself. Like right here, you can see round 49 just got annihilated. But that's the beauty of this strat. I know I've said that a lot, but it's beginner friendly, it's easy to execute, it's easy to pull off, and it's easy to follow, and it's easy to just place the stuff and let them do their thing. So with what I'm going with here, I'm going to go for the Apache Dart Ship real fast. If you're going to go for a pod, which, you know, again, it doesn't really matter, you can get the pod, or I want to say at around 61, 62-ish. And if you can't get the pod by then, which you should be able to, you get a lot of good money on 61 and 62, just enough to push you over the thing for a pod here. Because as you can see, we're almost at $8,000, and this was 21k. So you can go for either or. But it's really personal preference. I tend to go for the Apache Dart Ship because I tend to feel safer with the Apache Dart Ship, because Apache Dart Ship is just a massive carry. Like here with 63, you can even see that even on round 63, nothing is getting past this Apache Dart Ship. So here we go with round 75, and I just want to show off round 75 here. just to show how good this strategy really is. Because these are double and triple BFBs, right? They're pretty difficult to take down. Round 75 is definitely a killer for a lot of runs. And look at that. No issues. And then 76 right after. Still, no issues. So with this strategy in play, letting the towers do their thing, you're able to get the Apache Prime I want to say $60, maybe $65,000 tower in even before round 80. And once you get that, then your next big save up is the pod. And those are the two pivotal towers for this strat. Once you get both the pod and the Apache Prime here up, then you're going to go for MIB. And with this strategy in play, you're able to get the pod on round 87. And that is the end of the road. That is, you have basically won. Now, it is important to position the pod in a point where his graveyard will not interfere with him popping balloons, because the graveyard running out by this point is possibly the only lose condition for this, because of the fact that the pod is the DDT handler. He handles DDTs. As you can see, the Apache Prime took care of him there, but you can see the Apache Prime's clear weakness is DDTs. Not anymore, because now that we have the MIB, that's the end of the road. That's basically the strat done, and you can get whatever else you may want. I'm gonna see if I can't get a Perma Spike. Just sort of have him, really, all the way in the back here. You don't need the Perma Spike. By this point, you could just sort of let the game play itself, but I'm gonna go for the Perma Spike because I can. Now, I just want to show you 95 here, just to, in case you had any doubts on this strategy. This is 95, and this is the reason why we have the pod. Look at this. This is just pure and utter annihilation, because the pod and Apache Prime combo is just beastly. It just is. 98, the biggest balloon level in the game on Chimps mode. And you're gonna see that once everything gets to, I want to say, around this location, things are just not going to go anywhere, because the pod is able to keep up with the balloons. And we can get the Perma Spike just because bragging rights, really. And even fortified DDTs don't stand a chance. And now we have the bad balloon. The bad balloon, he's not really all that bad. If you want to go for any sort of random tower, go ahead. You know, you don't really need to, because Apache Prime will wear down the bad, and that's basically GG. I'm gonna put you over there, though. The DDTs from the bad balloon are a little bit concerning, but it's really not all that bad, and there you go. Round 100 beaten. Very easy beginner strategy that anybody can use. It is easy, no micro, no ability usage, anything. But yeah, there it is. Easy, beginner-friendly Chimps mode strategy that anybody could use. It's no micro, no ability usage. Just follow it, and you're gonna be good. I'll see you later.